This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to be answering a viewer's question. Dr. Jones, don't you miss practicing? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. In today's video, I'm answering a question which, believe it or not, I get asked often. Some of you may not even know, I'm currently not a practicing veterinarian in terms of having a clinic, seeing animals, diagnosing, doing surgery. I did that for nearly 20 years. Many of you know the story, many of you don't. So now you can watch this little segment of the video and see why I'm not practicing.
The town of Nelson has one less animal doctor tonight now that a local vet has resigned from the College of Veterinarians. Dr. Andrew Jones has been battling the college over his use of alternative and natural treatments for animals. Jones says while human medicine has come to realize the benefits of such therapies, veterinarians are lagging behind. Ted Chernecki reports.
She's an older cat with some more serious chronic health problems.
After 12 years of practicing at the Nelson Animal Hospital, Dr. Andrew Jones has had enough. He will practice no more after the end of this month, not here, not anywhere. His decision comes after a 5-year battle with the provincial organization that governs veterinarians in BC.
At times I was fairly critical of conventional veterinary practices, be it from the type of food we're feeding, be it from vaccines, be it from conventional medication and their side effects that I felt aren't being discussed or dealt with properly with pet owners and the public. And at times I was even critical of veterinary college, my own college.
He is a firm believer in homeopathic alternatives to animal care. He even markets his own food supplements. That in itself isn't what got the BC Veterinary Medical Association on his case. It was the way the young doctor was marketing his products and ideas in newspaper ads and on his internet website.
Well, he can express his opinions as much as he likes. He just is not supposed to do them in a way that's self-laudatory towards himself or derogatory towards other members of his profession.
So the college has fined him $20,000 plus about another $10,000 in legal fees. By quitting, Dr. Jones can avoid those penalties, but more important, he says, free himself to say what he wants on his internet website, that he believes the college-approved methods of animal care do not serve the best interests of pet owners.
They don't have a governing body that is looking after or championing their rights. They've got the College of Veterinarians, which has chosen to prosecute me, a competent veterinarian.
He's very compassionate, extremely knowledgeable. He's not afraid to ask for a second opinion. And I just feel totally confident bringing my dogs to Dr. Jones.
In his 5-year-long battle with the college, Jones twice signed promissory notes to tone down his language and twice broke those promises. He says that's because the college guidelines for which words can and cannot be used are unreasonably restrictive and open to wide interpretation at the college's discretion, to the point that all vets in BC with critical opinions are effectively muzzled.
So as you can see in that video, I resigned on a point of principle. And, I stick to that. Has there been times in the past when I've kind of wondered if I made the right decision? You bet. Earlier today would have been one of them where I'm in amongst renovations and I'm trying to touch up paint, move stuff, move chairs around, sweating away, bits of stuff in my eye. I'm like, what am I doing? But back to the question, Dr. Jones, do you miss practicing? Yes and no. Yes, there's some stuff of practice that I do miss in terms of seeing dogs and cats, seeing pet owners one-on-one, being able to be the hero, make the diagnosis, do the surgery. I did a fair amount of surgery in veterinary practice, do some type of life-saving procedure on an emergency call. You bet that's rewarding, and that's not the same as what I'm doing now. There are other things of practice that I wasn't so keen on. I'd never been a great person to manage people, so there was a bit of a challenge here managing staff. The whole thing of running a business has, some of you may know, has its ups and downs. You bet that's a challenge. Being on call a lot, that sure drains you. Myself, my family, they got pretty hard at times. Definitely is a fair number of sacrifices going into that. Unfortunately, for many of the veterinarians living in a bigger center, they're not in that situation. But being in a small community, it gave me the opportunity to do a whole bunch of things that normally wouldn't have happened. Where for instance, you see a complicated case would come in, and in a bigger center, you'd refer that. A small community, you have to try to figure that out or do the surgery. So for that, I've been grateful. But I said, there's sort of the pluses and the minuses. Yeah, there's those things I miss. There's other things I don't miss. But definitely I was ready for a bit of a life change, and here I am. So one of the big things I really like, I have this online business, I have a dog supplement, I have a cat supplement, I have an online course, I have obviously my book that many of you have got, also related digital books. But the big thing with YouTube, which I really, really like, is, first of all, I like doing the videos. I like video. Secondly, I really like the feedback. And that's something I'm just saying to my wife not too long ago. It's one of the few things where I get sort of some sense, there's this real big sense of community. And I do get the feedback from the videos. You guys comment on different things. Some things are just, great, Dr. Jones, thanks for helping me. I get that feedback. You're maybe challenging me, maybe you don't agree with my opinion. You come out, comment on that. Great, I respect that too. But I'm getting that feedback, which I really, really like. Super good thing. So here I am now. I'm doing many of the things I did in terms of educating pet owners such as yourselves. I've been able to really learn a whole lot more about alternative veterinary medicine, alternative veterinary practice, and then I've been able to teach that, been able to share it with you guys, and keep doing it in much a different way. But it also gives me the chance to have a little bit more of a balanced lifestyle, which I wasn't having in the past. It was a whole lot of work, lots of big hours, not a lot of time off, not a lot of chance to sort of enjoy other things in life, which I'm able to do now. I get to hang out with dogs, I get to hang out with cats. I'm thinking about a safe camping trip for you and your dog. Take all those things into consideration, perhaps a life jacket that fits, and then you guys can all have an enjoyable time while you're camping. This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to be discussing dog shaming. Is it good or bad? And what I think about it. What? Here. So, is it safe to let your dog eat stuff off the kitchen floor? Yes, company in the box. Yes, our wild pig, Oreo. This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to discuss that burning question. Should you sleep in the same bed with your dog? So, should you be smooching your pooch? My opinion, yes you should. And then ultimately, hopefully make a difference, which is, amongst all the things we do, be it in work, be it in life, be it in our, our leisure interests, be it in our passions that we follow. I mean, hopefully what you're doing is making some type of difference, and I think what I'm doing is. So thanks you guys for asking me questions. I'm wanting to do more regular sort of viewer questions and response to some of those questions. So give me your feedback in terms of what do you want me to do videos on next. For those of you who would yet to subscribe, click up there to subscribe. Click down there to like this video. Then lastly, you can click that link in the box just below. And when you do that and you sign up for my newsletter, I continue my free books and videos on how to heal your pets at home with my top natural remedies.